Join us as we go behind the scenes of Expedition Odyssey, a new immersive flying theatre attraction coming to SeaWorld Orlando in 2025. We take a first look at this innovative ride system, get a sneak peek at some of the stunning visuals created for the attraction, and learn about the refurbished wild Arctic animal habitats.
Step into the future of exploration and prepare for an experience unlike anything the world has ever seen. This revolutionary attraction is set to redefine adventure, unlocking the secrets of the Arctic like never before. Powered by the energy of the ocean, this groundbreaking vehicle seamlessly transitions between air and water, giving you the freedom to soar above icy landscapes and plunge into the hidden depths of the sea. From breathtaking aerial views to thrilling underwater discoveries, this is your chance to witness the planet's most remote and mysterious regions in a way that will leave you awestruck. Are you ready to take the leap? The future of exploration starts now.
All right, well, as you can see, we're at our old Wild Arctic building. We're super excited to show you guys what's inside. This will be a side entrance. The main entrance will be around the front. Obviously it's a construction site, so things are still going on. As we walk through here, just kind of stay together as a group. We have cleaned it up and cleared the space for you, but just another reminder, it is still a active construction site. So we're gonna kind of go to where the guests will start their journey and start the experience, and we'll kick it off there. And then as we walk back the other way, we'll kind of explain both the space we're walking through now, and then as we continue forward into the experience. So where we're standing right now is where our guests will start the adventure. Right? You'll come in through the front of the building, very similar to what the original attraction in this space was. And right now we are in the main queue area. This queue is going to be incredible. As guests are waiting, they're going to be looking at very high-res images of both landscapes and animals from this amazing region of our Earth. Over to the left is where our quick queue guests will enter the ride. Right where you're standing is where the main queue will be, and all the guests will be able to enjoy as they move forward into the experience. Over to the right along the wall, one thing that is still very important to us, there is also an entrance in case there are some guests that just want to go and see our animals. And so there will also still be a non-rider entrance to go directly to the animal habitat that's after the experience. So, as you can see, this is very close to what we would call a napkin sketch. When trying to figure out what experience we wanted to bring to the park, we went through several options. And we had this amazing building where an old guest favorite, the Wild Arctic ride, was. And obviously that ride was decommissioned, but we had this amazing space, we had this amazing habitat, and we still want to bring that experience to our guests, along with an indoor experience at the park. A lot of our experiences are outdoors, in the Florida weather, and it's always nice to kind of bring that inside. A ride that will run in any weather for any guest, very climate controlled, but also very immersive, and really a first of its kind experience for our park. As you can see, this is one of the original drawings from when this building was originally built with Wild Arctic. And this is why we call it a napkin sketch, because this was just original concept. So as we were going through, we were really figuring out what attraction would work best in this space. And as you can see, this isn't even the exact alignment. This was, I think, maybe one of the first sketches that we did. Because you'll see when we go in there, our screen now goes all the way to the ceiling. We really wanted to reuse this space to the maximum potential, and later you'll get a chance to see in real life how much that is actually true in that space. So once we did this and we realized that this was the kind of experience that we really wanted to bring, and partnered with our good friends over at Mock Rides for their new aerific system, we moved on into a little bit more advanced stage. So right now, this is what we built. Still a very early model, but this is what we use when we look through the ride and in our design and planning process. So right now we're standing actually on the other side of this wall, and this area where guests are standing, we'll go walk through here in a little bit. But it is a 2-level system. There are 15 seats per level, and a very unique part of this system is that it's also dual-sided loading. And so you're not waiting for guests to finish their experience until you go and load. Guests are actually loading while another group of guests are enjoying the experience. One, we love that as a park because capacity and helping keep our lines moving is a huge win. And that is one of the first systems to ever do that of this ride type in the world. The other great thing about this ride is that it is very close and intimate, as you can see. We use all the space, but we also try to bring these elements, both the ride and the screen, close together so you're truly immersed and you're truly surrounded. We'll get a chance to see that in a little bit. And then moving on, this is just another face-on view as though you're standing in the screen. So you can see the dual level loading with all of our gondolas and the way that those will work in the ride. Right now, we're going into the next stage of the queue. And both of our quick queue and our regular queue will continue this way. As they come up here to this, what we would call a merge point, there will be an operator. Another great thing about this ride is that we built 2 theaters. So we built the same ride twice. Once again, it's a capacity play. It helps lines moving, but it also increases the number of guests that are going to be able to experience the ride. So at this point right here, our operators will divide our guests into their groups. We do have pre-show rooms, so there will be a pre-show for the ride. It'll be both a fun pre-show and also where the guests will experience the safety video. So there are 2 doors here. One will go to the upper level, one will go to the lower level. The lower level is ADA accessible, so one very important thing at our parks is that everybody gets to ride, and we are as accommodating as possible. And so we're very excited about that. So we'll continue in this way through the pre-show room. This is where the group of 30 guests will now stand and experience our pre-show. They'll have an introduction to the ride, the experience. They'll learn about all the fun safety requirements to follow on the ride. And then from there, when the pre-show ends, we will continue into the load bay. All right. Well, after our guests, as I said for everyone that just came in, after our guests experience the incredible pre-show, the introduction to the ride, the build-up, the excitement, the safety, which is also very fun, they will then be welcomed into the ride, and we're very excited to finally get to share what the ride looks like for the guests. What this vehicle can do to truly bring the experience that our team had when actually creating the film and creating the experience is really going to raise the game. Additionally, on this ride, we also have the ability to do custom lighting. We do have the ability for scent, wind, and mist on this ride to truly create that immersive experience. And partnering with Mock Rides, it will be used to the full capabilities to really bring this Arctic adventure to our guests. Additionally, on top of just the ride system with a ride type like this, you need to go above and beyond, and we'll talk a little bit more about that, but one of the greatest things about this ride is that we wanted to make sure that this held true to the SeaWorld brand. And with that, our team, when creating the film and creating the experience, actually went to the Arctic to film. We didn't sit in a studio and create it all on a computer. One thing that's very important to us is giving the immersive experience. And so we'll even have a sneak peek of it later, but everything you see and everything that was captured was actually done in the Arctic, in the wild, in natural habitat, and all of those animals are truly in their natural environment, which is truly amazing to see. Everybody gets to ride together. As we say all the time, the best memories are those that are shared together and created together. And so that's truly the experience that we're excited to bring to our guests. The other unique thing about this system is I did talk about the dual-sided loading, which is a very unique point on this ride. So as you'll see, there's a big black wall behind us. Well, that's actually a sound wall. And so that makes sure that the great experience is preserved on the backside, while also letting it be a good loading experience. But when this ride starts, this ride doesn't do quite the same as most other rides do. And you're actually going to rotate into the ride. And so that wall opens, and this entire ride rotates 180 degrees to bring the guests that are enjoying the experience back to the station to unload and allow these guests to enter the space to enjoy the experience. And so that's truly how this system works. Both sides run together, or both levels run together, and it'll be a really, really unique way to start the ride and in the experience. So when guests in the ride, we are actually going back out the loading area. As I said, it is a construction site. There is another exit door on the other side of that bay that will take our guests into an exit hallway. We're gonna go this way. It'll take our guests into an exit hallway, which then exits directly into our incredible Arctic habitat with our belugas and walruses and animals of all kinds. That is one of the best things, in my opinion, about the attractions here at our park is that we always have that animal time, and anytime we can, we want to pair ride and animal together because we use both of them to highlight each other. We really want people to get excited about the ride, but then we also want to use the ride to get people excited and truly show them how much we care about the animals, and that's what they're going to get to do on this one as well. So you'll get to see the animal habitat a little bit later, but also it's great. It's the one that everybody loves, but we've also been able to upgrade it a little bit and add some new features to it. So, and with that, we'll move on. So the door we're going through now is actually the door that the guests which go and ride the upper level will enter through once the pre-show ends. They'll go to the right and around the corner, and that'll take them up to the upper level. We are going to go back of house now and going to go down into what will be our operator maintenance area back of house, but then it'll take us into a pretty exciting area. All right. Oh man, this is cool. You guys are going to like this. So like I said, it's truly going to be an experience like none other. This is my favorite part. This was one of our favorite moments, is when we got to see media for the first time up on there. What you are seeing is one of the 3 projectors that will be running this system in ultra high resolution. When we filmed, we actually created and had custom filming equipment made to make sure that the film was the highest resolution possible and the best experience and the best view. We partnered with a great team at Mousetrap Media and PolarX to go out into the Arctic, out into the wild, out into the remote regions to get all of this incredible footage. What you are also seeing is a slideshow of still frames from the actual film. So we also wanted to kind of show off the audio system because it's pretty incredible. So everything you see here right now on this screen will actually be a part of the film. There are over 30,000 frames based on how films work, filmed at 120 frames per second, and these are only 30 of them, of the over 30,000 frames. But these are some of our favorites. A little sneak peek, we're only showing you a third of the image. We still want to kind of keep that to ourselves for now. The screen is a 50-foot diameter screen. When we spoke earlier and we talked about fitting this ride into the existing building, and we said we didn't want to waste any room, if you look to the sides and you look to the top, there are only inches separating the screen from the edge of the building. It is not possible to fit a larger screen in this building, and we are very proud of that. The other incredible feature of this ride is, if you'll see the gondola above you, is where guests will be sitting. That is the lower level, and the upper level is above it. The proximity of the gondola to the screen is truly what also adds to that immersive experience. When guests are truly surrounded by this, we're not just showing you the Arctic, we're taking you to the Arctic. And we're gonna make you feel it, and we're gonna make you hear it. And it's going to be one of the best of its kind. The audio system is also state of the art. There is onboard audio behind your head. There are over a dozen speakers mounted behind the screen. Along with, we'll do a little lap behind there. What you'll see is a tower of subwoofers that you won't hear, you'll feel. And we are very excited about that. The other incredible thing about this film is that not only did we not spare any expense for the film, but also it will have a custom soundtrack that is being designed directly for the film, live recorded orchestra, and we really wanted to make sure that this was the best experience possible. Appreciate a little bit more here now. Yeah. Oh yeah, and now that everyone's got their pictures, we'll show off a little bit more. How the guests will actually see it. And with this guest perspective view, we do have one more fun surprise and announcement for you. I'm very excited to welcome you to Expedition Odyssey, coming to SeaWorld Orlando, spring 2025.
This really incredible new ride and adventure that we've got coming on one side, which you guys have already seen. You know, as guests disembark that, they're going to come into the real world of the real animals, which is the tie of SeaWorld. We build incredible rides, incredible coasters, but one thing we take a lot of passion to is we tie those back always to our animals. And this exhibit and that ride tying together was done intentionally to be able to tell the story of things that most people would never be able to see, to fly through that type of a world and see such up close, but when you disembark, walk into this world. And we thought it was really important to show you guys this world. This is what this project has that no one realizes. And you can't do it all at once, but we're actually redoing the pool, we're redoing our animals' habitat. We're taking the time to refresh it on this side. What you don't see on the technical side is I'm also making all brand new water. We've got new filtration coming online. We got all these things to upgrade on that, but we have to do it section by section. So I can't just say, hey, take the whole place down, and because where do I put my whales? Where do I put my seals? Where do all my penguins go? Where do my walruses? Someone asked me about Yuki. Where's she go? Well, you can't do that. Well, what you can do is you can say, okay, we're gonna do walrus first, which we already did, and we've worked that entire pool, took it down, spent a couple weeks in there, got all that done and all set up. So hopefully when we reopen this, the entire world can meet Yuki face to face because everything's ready for her to come out. Then we moved our whales to the back and we took the water out of here, took this down, accelerated the project, which all it really means is we've got guys working around the clock. You guys all know what acceleration is. It just means that we're gonna work around the clock to get this done as quickly as possible. So now we're into this pool, which is our beluga main habitat. We're doing a lot of different little things in there that for most people you'd be like you're just doing some concrete work. In all actuality, we've gone back down there with our teams. We've looked at it. We've identified areas that we wanted to make open up a little bit more or actually work again, like a wave cave and stuff like that. So there's some things that we're doing in there. And then all this leads back to a main filtration system that we're doing stuff on the backside. Then we'll bring this back up, bring them back out, and then we will go into our penguin habitat. So that's gonna get changed. And then the entire inside's getting refreshed and relifted. Why is that important? Well, look, for us at SeaWorld, it's always about the animals first. So to be able to do this for the animals and for our guests, now we can tie this entire new realm of this new ride and disembarking into some of the coolest animals that we have. And I don't mean coolest only in the coolest term, also in the coolest area. And in Orlando, that's really important to have an area that you can go into, cool off. We sit at about 55 degrees in here. Today we're a little cooler. We're sitting about 52 right now. That's because we don't have any humans in here walking through, doors are all closed. So your temps go down a little bit.